Yes guys, back on the YouTube coming to you with an educational style video today. Coming to you from sunny Marbella. It's Thursday evening, almost 9 p.m. I've lifted weights today and I did a 7k easy run, so I thought, why don't I make an updated video of my current hybrid training split. I've made a video like this, well, similar to this about a year and a half ago, so I thought I'd update things because I'm a little bit further along in my lifting journey, my hybrid training journey, whatever you want to call it. So I'll give a little bit of an insight into my own training split and also provide some advice on how you can set up your own or how you can edit your own split, because this is something that I've been doing, combining strength training and endurance training for almost 5 years now. So I feel like I can speak from a lot of experience. So in case you are new to the channel, I think it's always really important to just kind of provide some social proof and explain who I am, what I do. So I'm primarily an online coach. I'm a business owner. I own a coaching brand called Athletic Aesthetic. We have a team of 4 coaches, and we primarily focus on working with professionals, so people in corporate roles, corporate careers, and business owners, and we help them improve their physique and also their performance. I would say about 85% of the clients that we work with, out of about 115 at the moment, do hybrid training to some degree. So what does that mean? Obviously, it's a very trendy term in the industry at the moment. All it means is that you're combining strength training and endurance training to some degree. I am obviously referring to it as hybrid training, but in my opinion, this is just fitness. This is the way that we should train. I believe that you should, obviously look good. I believe you should be strong, fit, mobile, but also be able to, do cardiovascular activities as well, whether that's running, cycling, swimming, triathlon, whatever it is, playing sports. So myself personally, I've been training for 13 years. That's 13 years of strength and bodybuilding. Coming from a background of rugby training, that's how I initially got into it. And then I picked up long distance running just before lockdown, like a lot of people. I would class long distance running as like running anywhere from 5k all the way up to marathons, so not athletics and sprinting and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the sort of training. This is the sort of training I've been doing for a long time now. But I thought it would be good to start the video by just explaining why do you need a training split. I think most people these days are aware that you should be following some sort of program, some sort of degree with your strength training, with your hybrid training, whatever it is. But why is it important to follow a program? And to summarize it, really, it's to maximize results and give you a return on your investment. You watching this video, everyone we work with are busy. Like, it's unlikely that they can be in the gym every day for 2 or 3 hours. Like, bodybuilding training is not their career, so naturally there's a limited amount of time that they can dedicate to their fitness each day. So in my opinion, you should be maximizing the time and investment that you're making on that, and you should be getting good result from that. So within our program, it's all about maximizing results. I wouldn't want to spend between 5 and 10 hours a week training and not getting good results. It gives you structure, which is really, really important for the sort of people that we work with, professionals, because if we look at their routines, everything else in their life is very structured. Most of them are working, a 9 to 5 and 8 till 6 or 7, whatever it is. So they're getting up at the same time each day. They're usually going to work at the same time each day. They're eating their meals at the same time each day. So if you can apply, that regimented structure in your work, your career, your social life to your training, you'll do very well. And essentially what we always want to be doing with whatever training split or program we set up for clients is it should be eliminating the chances of missing training sessions, because ultimately that is what hinders results. It's not trying to do 6 sessions a week and missing 2. The goal should be to complete 100% of your training sessions. Naturally, there are going to be some weeks where maybe you miss a session, maybe you miss 2, but over the course of the year, you want to be consistent and avoid missing your training sessions. And that, again, going back to this, is going to help you maximize your results and maximize your return on investment. So your training split will largely be determined by your goals. So I made another video a few months ago, another one about hybrid training. So it was called How to Get Started with Hybrid Training. And within that video, I talked about something that I've coined called the hybrid training spectrum. So hybrid training is a very broad spectrum. At one end of the spectrum, you might have someone one end of the spectrum, you've got someone that does pure bodybuilding, just literally bodybuilding training. On the other end, you've got someone that just does cardio. So on the hybrid training spectrum, you might have someone that does, let's say, 5 bodybuilding sessions a week and just 1 cardio session, maybe a run or a cycle or something like that. And then on the other end, you might have someone who is heavily endurance focused that literally just does 1 or 2 strength sessions a week to complement their endurance training and help them reduce the risk of injury. So you've got to decide and understand where you lie on that spectrum. Like, if I look at myself at the moment, use myself as an example, I want to run a sub 3 hour marathon. I want to maintain my physique and maintain my strength, maintain my muscle mass. So I would say at the moment I sit very well in the middle of the spectrum really, and there's certainly been times in my life where I have been more physique focused, so I've lifted more than I've done running. And we have some clients within our program that, for example, are training for marathons, and they're not really bothered with how they look. They just want to maintain their physique. So you first got to understand that. Are you more physique focused? Are you more performance focused? Are you an even split like I am at the moment? But if you want more kind of in-depth information on that, revert to that video in the playlist, the educational content. You've obviously as well got to take into account other things that you do. So again, what I said before, like, we don't train any competitive athletes, bodybuilders or anything like that. All the people we train are professionals, they have normal lives, and me as well. Like, obviously, fitness is my career. I'm a coach, but I also, I have a business to run with a team. I have a girlfriend. I'm in a relationship. I want to go out and socialize with my friends as well. So you have to understand and take into account other things that are going on in your life. So you need to take into account your work schedule. Are you working 5, 6, 7 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever it is? Social life, is that high on your list of priorities? Do you like to go out for a meal once, twice, 3 times a week? Do you like to consume alcohol? How often do you want to see your family? Do you have kids? Do you have other hobbies and interests? Some of the clients that we work with, they play five-a-side football, things like that. They play paddle. And also, I think one thing that a lot of people brush over is how much time do you actually want to dedicate to this? Like, for me personally, I love training, but I need one day off a week where I don't do anything with fitness. Obviously, I still eat healthy, I still get my steps, but usually on a Saturday for me, I don't want to train. I just can't be bothered. So for me, I'm happy to dedicate 6 days a week to it, not 7 at the moment. That might change in the future. For some people, they only want to train 3, 4, 5 days a week, whatever it is. And, making these decisions and assessing your life is what it takes to maximize results. Like, you're organizing other areas of your life, your social events, your holidays, your career. So if you can apply that kind of discipline and regimented structure and thought process and analysis to your fitness, you will do very, very well. And the reality is, like, most people are busy. You need to apply that sort of thought process to your fitness to make things work and to get good results. So my hybrid training split, the considerations that I make when I did design my own split with these. So my goal is obviously, as I said before, to maintain and continue to improve my physique, massively improve my performance of running, and prep for a race, which is the Dubai Marathon in January. As I said before, I run a business. We've got over 100 clients. We've got 4 team members at the moment, not including myself. So I have to dedicate, physical energy and mental energy as well to managing the team, coaching my clients. I still do 2 check-in days a week. I'm communicating with my clients 7 days a week as well. So I don't have all the time in the world to dedicate to my fitness. I know a lot of people follow me on Instagram might think that, but I'm the same as anyone else. I either train in the morning or I train in the afternoon. I time block that, and the rest of my day is pretty much spent working. Recovery as well, it goes without saying, if you're going to be training a lot, you need to find time to recover as well. Like, when I was younger, I would say between 16 and 22, you could get away with, running, lifting in the same day, not getting much sleep, going on a night out and things like that, and you could recover fast. But you just can't do that when you get older. Like, I'm 27 now, 27 and a half. So my recovery capabilities are not the same as they were when I was younger. And obviously, as I get older, as you guys get older as well, those will probably diminish too. But I will say, as I've gotten older, I've gotten, wiser with my recovery. I built up my knowledge. I've started tracking more data around myself. So I very much know how to optimize my recovery. So even if I'm, not getting 7.5, 8 hours of sleep, I know that I can get 6 hours of good quality sleep by, making sure my room temperature is cold, making sure that I'm consuming my final meal not too close to going to bed, just little tweaks like that. But recovery is obviously massive. Like, the more often that you train, the more volume of training that you do, the more you need to pay attention to your recovery. Time, I said before, I could probably do another 2 training sessions if I really wanted to, but I don't want to. I've got the time to dedicate to it, but I don't really want to. Social as well, like, every weekend I like to do something with my friends and my girlfriend, whether that's going out for a meal, having a few drinks, or doing something. So that's something that is important to me. Some people will be more social with me. They might want to meet their friends 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, or they might be less social. So you've got to take that into account as well. It's really important, and these are the things that we go over with all our clients when they come on board with us. I discuss these sorts of things on an initial consultation call with someone, and then when they sign up for our program, they will give us all this information so we can build a plan that works for them, but also that they can enjoy as well, that actually will complement their life. Because if we give someone too many training sessions and they're going to resent the process, and they're going to ultimately put in less work with the program and eventually probably leave, which is obviously isn't what we want. So my hybrid training split at the moment, strength-wise, Monday is always upper body, horizontal focus, so usually some horizontal press, incline chest press machine, incline dumbbell press, with some seated row and things like that, with some isolation work tagged on. Tuesday's always legs, glute and quad focus mainly, with some hamstring work as well, to be fair, because I'm working on that stuff for rehab, so squats, lunges, things like that. I don't train weights on Wednesday. Thursday, upper body again, but vertical push and pull focus, so usually some sort of vertical press, whether that's a machine press, barbell press, or dumbbell press, lat pull downs, pull-ups, things like that. Again, isolation work as well. Leg day again on Friday, lower body, posterior chain focus, so RDLs, hyperextensions, hamstring work as well, and some calves too. I know I said before that I don't train on Saturdays, but I'll usually go to the gym in the apartment and do some stretching. So I've just called that movement work there. And then for running, I don't run on Monday at the moment currently. That might change when I actually go on to my marathon prep. I think it's really good to have an easy recovery run the day after your longer run, just to flush out fatigue. So that might be something that I change for my training. So Tuesday at the moment is a 10k easy run. Sometimes it's 8 to 10k depending on how the legs are feeling, and obviously then I train legs after that. But I've built up the conditioning and the muscular endurance in my legs that I can go for an easy run in the morning and still train legs well with a good quality session later on in the day. Wednesday is always a speed session. At the moment I'm rotating between shorter segment intervals, so between 800 meters and 1200 meters 1 week, and then a longer tempo run the next week. So like for example, yesterday I did 2k warm up, 10k at a target pace of 4:15 per kilometer, and then a 2k cool down there. So one session lower volume, much higher intensity, quicker paces, one session a tempo run. Friday another easy run, 8 to 10k. I might look to increase that to 12 again on my marathon prep. It just depends how things go. And then Sunday is a longer run, longish run, always between 14 and 18k. I'm not going any longer than that at the moment, but obviously when I go on to a marathon prep, the marathon prep, I will be building all the way up to 32k, and doing a half marathon every weekend will be a regular feature. So that's the running split at the moment, and as you can see, it will usually total between 40 and 50 kilometers a week. If you found this interesting, there are a lot of other videos on my channel covering hybrid training, covering other videos and topics such as how to lose fat, because obviously hybrid training is the methodology and style of training that we do with our clients, but their actual goals are usually to build muscle and lose body fat. Now obviously you can do that off doing no cardio, but these days the sort of training that people enjoy seems to be combining strength and endurance training to some degree. So that's our kind of niche at the moment. If you're interested in finding out more about how our coaching program works, or if we could help you, then there will be a link in the bio of this video. You can apply for coaching, and we will arrange a free, no obligation consultation call where we will discuss your goals in more detail. We'll run over some client case studies. I'll run you over how our program works and see if we can help you. If you want to find out more information and you just want to have a bit of a browse, head over to Instagram and have a look at my page there, Joe_is_fit with 2 T's. We've got plenty of client transformations and testimonials on there, and obviously a lot of other educational content as well. So hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to do that to watch out for new videos.